Life has no remote. Get up and change it yourself. Hey there, how you guys doing today? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with the cryptocurrency market? Well, we're looking at something that's going to make my day all day long, of course. We got the Bitcoin price at $5,222. That's up 8.4%. We're seeing an all-new high. And you know that those are always the days that I'm as happy as could be. We got a market cap of $162 billion. We got $3.4 billion traded in the last 24 hours. And we got a BTC dominance well over 50%, coming in at 53.6%. Bitcoin is on the rise here. I have no reason to see why it won't be hitting 5,500 before we know it. There's no FUD in the air at the moment. So let me see, what else we got? Well, as I look down here through the market, I see the coins pulling in several different directions. Some sideways movement, some dropping a bit, some pulling up a bit. So as always, the market determines the value on this stuff. A lot of what's going on with Bitcoin could have a lot to do with people trying to get Bitcoin due to the Bitcoin dividends they're giving out here eventually of Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin 2X. But right now, all right, let's see what we got on the market. We got Ethereum coming in at 306. That's up 2.1%. So, they're on the other side of $300. At least they're not banging their head on that anymore, so that's great. We got Ripple sliding backwards 1.8%, but that's really no big deal because they've been on momentum move forward, coming in at 25.8 cents. So, that's all good. And let's see, we got Bitcoin Cash stopping a little bit of the hemorrhage. They're up 2.7%, coming in at $324. That's really not that great, though, considering how much they've been losing lately. Let me see. We got Litecoin still hanging out in the safe zone at $52. That's up 2.8%. So at least it's on an upward movement. Hopefully this is just a chance to pick up some cheap Litecoin, as it gets up there to 60 and onwards to 70, hopefully. Fingers crossed on that one, right? We got Dash coming in at $294. So that's up not even a full percent. That's pretty much some sideways movement right here under $300. Let me see what we got. We got NEM coming in at 21.4 cents. That's down a percent. That's really not that big of a deal. This is NEM standard area. Hopefully that giant will get up soon, right? I'd like to see some 30-something cent NEM, right? We got Monero coming in at 87.24. That's some sideways movement for them. That kind of sucks, though, considering they were over $100 already and have slipped backwards. We got Ethereum Classic coming in at $11.81. That's up 4%, but nowhere near that $20 mark we'd like it to be. We also got Zcash slipping back 1.3%, coming in at $233, but that's no big deal. And we got Steam sliding backwards 2.8%, but I'm all right with that cheap Steam for $1.05. And we got the Steam back dollar making a 4% gain, coming in at $1.01, showing me the altcoins are kind of appreciated right where they're supposed to be at the moment. So, what do we got here for news on Bitcoin and coffee? Man, some good coffee today. Okay. We got the atomic swap stuff. It's happening on several different exchanges. Not exchanges, but chains. They're starting to get, Litecoin to Bitcoin. They're getting Decred, and they got Ethereum, and now they got open source code for the Ethereum into Bitcoin atomic swap. This is great. Getting open source code is exactly what we want here in the Bitcoin space, and being able to put it out there on GitHub allows developers to work with it. So, taking an open source code for atomic swap and allowing developers to work with it is going to do absolutely nothing besides help increase the ability and the functionality of this. As developers go out there and make it better and find ways to implement it into wallets and everything, fabulous, right? Hopefully bringing more value not only to the Ethereum network, but also to the Bitcoin network, and also taking some of that power away from the exchanges that we keep, accidentally leaving our money in to get hacked, right? All right, what else we got? We got news coming up on the Bitcoin Gold. There's been a lot of FUD and criticism that's been out there going around. And yesterday, the Bitcoin Gold people went and released a statement saying, counteracting some of this FUD, right, for their coin. And they're saying pretty much, just cut them a little slack. This is a passion project for them. They've been trying to figure out how to make it work for a little while, from what I read. They're saying that the pre-mine was a chance at an ideal for a fundraiser. They're saying that, that they're going to get replay protection. They're saying that they only got one developer that's been working on this. They're saying that they're going to work out the mining difficulty. But right now they've been mostly focused on getting the new mining algorithm in place on it. So, I mean, they're really focused on the decentralization of this Bitcoin, and I think that that's great. I mean, we do need to decentralize it. Like they say, China does own 60% of the mining in standard Bitcoin that we use because of the ASICs. It'd be nice to have me, my brother, my sister, and my mother all mining Bitcoin at home with just our regular computers. Put my son's gaming computer on it, right? Make a little money at home. You never know. The concept's great. Whether or not it's going to work out, I don't know. The market determines these things, not me. So let me see, what else do we got? Well, the last little bit is I got, some more bad news coming out of Lithuania. They're down in ICOs, but I mean, this has been popping up all over the place. A lot of people, this year's been the year of not only cryptocurrency, but ICOs. A lot of these things pulling in millions of dollars, with, 1 in 10 not being a scam. It seems like we're coming in with them saying that they refer back to laws from 2014 saying that, that cryptocurrency and banking cannot, blend or mesh together in any way. And then they lean on to continue to say that people really don't know what they're doing when it comes to this stuff, and that, cryptocurrency is nothing to be trusted. So I mean, this is more just, ICO bans that we see popping up everywhere. Eventually time will either do away with all of these ICOs, or it'll help, pass them off into the world as a situation of that there's nothing you can really do about it, because people are doing it in just other countries and other ways to skirt around this, which is, ultimately been part of the reason behind cryptocurrency, right? So if you like everything that's going on here on Bitcoin and Coffee, I need you to hit that subscribe button. Numbers been hanging out here in the 1750 area on YouTube, which is all right with me. And we got Steam numbers constantly climbing. I think we're like 2760 over there, and that's absolutely fantastic. I need you to share the video. I need you to help find me more subscribers, you guys. We'd like to get this community growing, because you know what? There's a lot of smart people out there in cryptocurrency. We want to bring them over here to our plate so they can get down there in the comments and help all of us converse and figure out what to do with our Bitcoin to help make it bigger and better. We also want to help avoid all of these scams. So as always, there's a list of tools down there below to help you figure some of that stuff out, see what's going on in the network, help you get over to Steam where you can upvote my posts. It's one of the best things you can do to help me out. And while you're over there, there's tools to help you make better posts, which is one of the best ways to get free cryptocurrency. There's also links down there for affiliation codes and all sorts of different things, and my email address at eugeneforest20@gmail.com. Free help desk service. Just go ahead, shoot me an email. I'll get back to you as fast as I can. And if I don't have the answer, I'll put you in touch with somebody who does. And as always, accepting donations. Those donational addresses are down there. So thank you, and remember, keep your BTC safe.